you dig it? It's the controversial duo on the mic.
Here comes the big one.
Edge Tattoos and Marco bring you the Mood Lounge Show.
Hey, welcome to the Mood Lounge Show. I'm your host once again, Pedge Tattoos.
And I'm your co-host once again, Marco with a K. I don't know why we're doing onomatopoeia, but...
Onomatopoeia. I don't know, whatever.
How do you want to start?
Yeah, so we're going to do this since no more switcher in front of me. I don't got to do all of that and get all mad.
Yeah, no more unnecessary forehead action from me.
Exactly, and I could be like, in my element. So... So in the news, again, it's just not stopping. P. Diddy.
Just like P. Diddy.
Yeah. So,
What happened now?
Well, the Diddler has some pics that, I don't know, magically get released every week. So these pics...
Is he shopping in OnlyFans now?
I don't fucking... Yeah, dude, I'd pay for that fucking site. I'd like to see all the people that got fucking, asses fucking clapped by fucking P. Diddy, And it's not women's asses either. It's all guys, man. That guy's right at home in jail right now, let me tell you, man. Slipping and sliding. So, the pictures that got released are trying to get hushed up mad quick are Jlo with her boobies out and two other black gentlemen. I think two other black gentlemen and a female. It was either 4 or 5 people in the picture, and Diddy's like looking at the camera like, he's the only one that's got a white shirt on because it's Diddy parties always white parties, and Jennifer kind of looked up, but boobies were out, So I have the picture and I'll drop it here. And there's another one. This one looks a little photoshopped, but I don't know. It's Leonardo DiCaprio in the mix of a bunch of sweaty black guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks like...
Did they recreate that one photo or like that was that white girl on the couch?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about or no?
No, I don't.
You don't?
Which one?
There's one white blonde girl on the couch and then there's like 4 to 5 black men all staring at her.
No, I've never seen that picture.
Are you joking me? This is such a classic photo, man.
No.
You got to look it up after, drop it after, but it's such a classic.
Yeah, I need to look it up then.
Yeah.
So I probably can crack the fuck up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's not looking good for all these stars. Everybody's kind of like 6 degrees of separation to Diddy's dick. Yeah. So, cat's out of the bag. But if you're in Ohio, there is no cat.
Cat's on the dinner plate.
There you go. Yeah, me hungry.
They're eating the cats. They're eating.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom.
They're
boom.
eating the pets.
This fucking mic's getting on my nerves. I need to fucking tighten the nuts.
Here, I'll go for the next topic change here.
Go ahead.
Do you remember after the hurricane hit or during the hurricane hit?
I remember lots of things. Name one.
You taking a shit. I don't know. Hold on.
I remember each individual shit I take.
Okay,
they're
there
all
were
precious
6.
to me.
You got them in jars too? What the fuck?
No, I don't. I put the farts in jars.
Okay. Well, I do not.
This is a 92 blend. When you open it,
this is 2015.
It's it's hermetically sealed. When I crack the jar, but it goes fuck. It's like fuck, and I just go ooh.
Oh my god.
That kind of smells like cotton candy and corn. But anyway.
Okay, like I was saying,
yeah.
Do you remember the 6 people dying in a factory right around the hurricane?
No.
You don't talk. No. There was it's literally Impact Plastics, that factory.
Nope.
Okay, well, these workers were told to stay in the fucking building.
Oh wow.
Work. You know what I mean?
And which state was this in?
I think it's Florida. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not too sure. I forgot where, but I just know that it's Impact Plastics.
Impact Plastic got impacted by Hurricane Milton.
Yes, of course.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and 6 people died. So the CEO released an apology video where he half-assed the entire thing and didn't even get a teleprompter or do anything. He just looked at a piece of paper and he was like, this is a tragic loss, and you know what I mean? It was so bad, and he didn't even say fucking sorry at all.
Really?
Yeah, no, he just said they did not die on company grounds.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching, yeah, so he just wants to avoid the lawsuits.
Well, he's going to get hit with a lawsuit, man, if he just did that insincere statement without an apology. He's pretty fucked.
So
wow, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the loss of those people. And as I said before, some people got impacted by the storm very bad, and some people didn't. And of course, the assholes come out in that kind of a situation. You get to see the ugly side of people. It's not that they're they don't want to share. It's just they're greedy. They just want to get what they need to get.
Yeah.
That's just I don't know. It's like civil war. It's the same fucking shit. You know, the ugly side of people come out, and then you see people doing some shit you ain't never thought they were gonna do. Like, you think the old lady next door is like so sweet and everything. I bet you pull out a shotgun, put it to your head, and be like, "That's my cup of grass," like so she could grow a little fucking whatever tomato plant or some shit. But
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Where do you want to go with this?
Well, I'd like to mention this because Rob in the gym hit me to this, and Rob's got a fan, just so Rob knows.
Oh yeah, are you gonna post the chat logs?
Yeah, I should, right?
Yeah, like,
oh my God,
go to the link and everything.
Out of all the times for me not to go, because I usually, when I premiere, I like to see if anybody comes in and they want to chat and everything. But I've seen, like, out of the 30 times that I've done it, nobody really comes in. So
now you got somebody wanting to come in.
Oh my God! I was sitting there the other night. I dropped it on Thursday night at 9:30, and I just hear ding, ding, and my watch is vibrating. My phone is dinging. I'm like, what the? So I'm looking on the watch, and I look at the phone. It keeps saying YouTube comment, YouTube comment. So it's like, whoa, what the fuck? This is like one after the other. So I'm like, oh shit! I open up the live, and there's this conversation going back and forth with a guy that I introduced to the channel in the gym. I haven't seen this kid in a long time. Real cool kid. He's from Bosnia. His name is Alan. And then it was like Alan and some other dude going back and forth, and it was like, who's this guy Rob? Where's his address? I wonder if he smells good. Hey, he's got a problem with fiber.
Like, you say he take a dookie on his chest?
Yeah, then he goes, I'd pay Rob $10,000 to take a dookie, a poopy on my chest. Like, I just was like, I kind of thought it was Rob fucking around, and I was like, hey, Rob, but nobody answered back. And then, even Alan was getting a little ticked the fuck off and be like, yo, dude, what about Tesla? What's Tesla's last name? Marco? And he goes, no, Marco's the kid in the gym that does the podcast. I know both. It was like 40 fucking messages. And I was just like, what the fuck? It was cool. But out of all times that I didn't check, this was going on. I could have been in the mix. I could have been in the mix.
Well, I mean, I don't know how you're going to react to $10,000 for a dookie on the chest, but...
Well, that kind of left me... I
really don't know what you were going to say to that, but...
That left me bewildered, confused, kind of wondering.
Do you take PayPal? That's what you're going to ask, right?
So, and then, and then I was kind of getting pissed off because I finally was able to monetize on... we can monetize. I gotta change this. We can monetize on Facebook and Instagram. Problem being, every time somebody wants to buy a star or a badge and they want to, throw some money our way, I get these responses like, you can't monetize this video because it goes against our policy. Of course, because I'm always dropping F-bombs and I'm saying shit.
You're posting Batman dick and fucking
whatever.
balls on the fucking screen.
Yeah, but on the shorts on Facebook and on the shorts on Instagram, there's not any of those clips going up there. But it's my attitude. It's what you talk about. It's your attitude. And, it's striking a chord against, what they're deeming normal. So I have a question to everybody out there. Would you like us to, what's the word?
What?
Filter our content?
Filter to go PG-13?
Yeah, you want us to go PG-13 and be like, hey, let me drop an F-bomb and not say fucking.
Yeah, and it gets all bleeped out. And
or you want me to bleep
censor.
You want me to bleep it out? Or, you let us know, please. Should we continue going the way we're going? We're not going to be able to get monetized because the more we do this, the more they're not going to let us do anything. So then I'm going to have to, again, make up T-shirts and hopefully people will like to buy them and support us and, get more merch. Because I tried it the first time around and nobody was interested, I guess because we were fresh. So I gave everything away and that did help. I got, boosted people word of mouth. You're still going to make
stickers, by the way.
Yeah, I want to make stickers. I want to make stickers about yay big, and I'm going to start plastering them around all fucking Clearwater, Tampa. I'm going to send people in New York, and I'm going to have them plastered on fucking everywhere. It's going to have our little QR code on the bottom, and it's going to have the Mood Lounge logo. And I'm thinking about not changing it, but maybe updating the Mood Lounge logo. I have another picture, and I was thinking about doing that picture and just have multiple things and then just keep going back and forth. So please, everybody out there that's listening, let us know. Should we do that? I'm always trying to update. And should we go PG-13? Well, I'm going to go with the interview that Kamala did with Bret Bair.
Oh, was that exclusive or whatever? That she completely fucking jumped
here's
off the shit?
Here's what got me irked. Her camp gave him a day before heads up that it wasn't going to be live. He wanted it live because, he don't play. He's a great investigative journalist, and he hits the hard questions, which he did in this interview anyway, and he kept pounding her. She was not responsive. And you could see she's wearing those earrings every day. Those Nova earrings that she says are not Nova earrings, they're heirloom. They were given me by my black grandmother that passed away. That she wasn't on the plantation. Her father never owned any slaves, or that whole bullshit.
Right.
So she did the interview. Bret just kept hitting. She got off script and didn't know what to answer, and she answered one that was basically, I think, her death right there. If you had the chance 3.5 years ago to change everything, why haven't you in 3.5 years? And then she came out with this, well, it's because Trump's also running. Like,
that had nothing to do with it. That answer really pissed me off because it's like, bro.
Dude,
what I mean?
What pissed me off was she kept saying every answer was Trump. And the border policy, well, Trump stopped, he did so many laws, this and that. No. And then she said something else, and he answered, and he said, yeah, well, that's called Bill so-and-so, and it didn't pass because nine Democrats didn't want to pass it. They voted against it. And she just was, like, bewildered. And again, like, well, Trump.
Yeah.
Trump.
It's just like, what's next? The next question was going to be, why'd you shit your pants on stage last week? Trump was there.
Yeah, and I got
in the
scared.
background.
So, yeah, look.
It's ridiculous.
In all honesty, it's a hard-hitting truth. He even said 79% of the population feels strongly that, the country's going to shit in a handbasket, and you had plenty of time to do something. Why didn't you? And she just was like, well, those aren't the polls that I'm looking at. Like, well, fucking polls are you looking at? How many dicks have you sucked in your lifetime? You're like, how many times did you kneel and bob, or is that your fucking husband's name? Husbands, Neil and Bob. Anyway. But, yeah, so, look.
Put his own laugh track.
What cracks me the fuck up.
I don't think that was okay.
It's not a laugh track.
Yeah, that wasn't a laugh
applause.
track. No.
I get applause. How you doing? How you doing? You got to tap my own back. No, that wasn't that funny. But, so, what cracks me up the most is the way they divert attention from the shitty interview. After the interview was shit, she went over and she asked her staff, like, how did I do? And they were just like, not, no. And then she was like, shit, I want to redo. This is going to be edited, right? And Bret was like, no. Like, what? We're not editing to make you look good. This isn't CBS, bitch. Cockballs and shit. But they killed, well, supposedly, Israel killed the Hamas leader.
Right.
Okay, in a strike. But how convenient was this, like, did Biden get on the phone and go, hey, Netanyahu, you know what I want you to do? Kill that Hamas leader right now. Divert attention from Kamala's bullshit. Come on, man. So I just find it funny how every time something plops down, there's a diversion. Kamala's doing really bad. Hurricane hits the Appalachians. What the fuck's that about? Appalachia never gets hit with hurricanes. That shit was like driven straight there. And I'm not going to get back into the government weather thing because it exists. I told you people, about it, and I told you to look it up. I'm not fucking throwing out fucking bullshit, Yeah. So yeah, I hate the diversion, and it's all a diversion away from the fact that they want a one world order. And they just want to make it a fucking control thing. So, I don't like that. And I think everybody else is fed up with it as well. Yeah. Why did I get really deep in my voice?
I don't know. You got into a deep topic. And
got into a deep topic and just went like balls deep.
We're going to be reading from the Balls Deep album. We're like, what
Balls
the fuck?
Deep album.
Fuck.
Balls My Love. Blue Balls Volume 3.
Is this like Bad Boy?
One ball hangs more than the other. I don't.
What the fuck, man?
I don't know.
All right.
So next topic, porn. No, I'm joking. That's later in the show.
Still, where are you gonna go with that? By the way,
We'll go.
Whatever, fine,
we'll go.
fine.
Let me put my shit
Whatever.
together. Throw one of your topics in here.
Let's talk about the movie that we watched. Fucking Hellboy and the Crooked Dick, or sorry, Crooked Man. My
You
bad.
just took my fucking joke, bro. What a dick, man.
Bro, you take my jokes, man.
Come on.
Fine,
man.
you throw it out then.
That's too late now.
Exactly.
You just ruined it.
Whatever, man.
But so yeah, we did watch.
You see, that was way more memorable. It just stuck in my head.
Oh
But,
well,
yeah.
because I kept saying it the whole
Yeah,
night.
because you wouldn't stop, so that's not my fault.
Well, here's the fucking joke since he ruined it.
What?
So the whole time we were watching Hellboy, with the Crooked Man, I kept shitting on it because it's not a movie. I mean, it was good, but it just went.
It was certainly a movie of all time.
Yeah, but it goes off the Hellboy. I mean, it's part of the comic book and is based on the Crooked Man, that comes into the comic with Hellboy. But it just, if you see Hellboy 1 and then you see Hellboy 2, this is a far departure from Hellboy,
Yeah.
that franchise. So I think they're never going to bring it back unless somebody...
I think they should give an award to the prop master, though, because this is the only movie that I've seen use a chicken bone, like an actual chicken bone, as a main prop for the movie. This is not even a joke. Like they took
It was
they
a
took
cat bone. It was a cat bone,
but it
yeah.
looked like a chicken bone.
Right.
And still, he used it like it was a weapon.
Yeah.
He didn't even stab anybody with it, but like he held it
that's-
up like a fucking light. He was like, you know what I mean, like to expel whatever fucking demons.
Right.
Or some
So
shit.
the whole
It's just
rabbit hole thing with this is that. So this guy, his girlfriend that he really fell in love with, she was a witch, and then he kind of went out in the woods one day in Appalachia somewhere, and he ran into another fucking witch, and he got bedazzled by this girl, and she was showing him how to do spells, and long story short, she told him this one that
go get a cat. Or
go
whatever.
get a cat. Yeah, get a dead cat or whatever, and then you
Get the
boil it, take the bones out, you clean it, and then you take whichever bone, as you're doing the ceremony, whichever bone calls out to you, and then as you're holding it, if you see the devil, well, that's your lucky bone. So he went into war after that in Vietnam. Nothing happened to him because he had that lucky bone.
Yeah, and he couldn't get rid of it.
And he
too.
kept trying to chuck it somewhere, and the bone kept mysteriously appearing in front of him. So, yeah. This just gets into really weird because he renounces that, and he doesn't want to do anything with the bone. He comes
Funny
back.
thing is, didn't he make a witch ball immediately?
No, he didn't make a witch ball.
Or he just found one.
When they went into the house of that witch, and that's where he found the balls. So he took the witch balls, and he just what the witch ball was is a bunch of concoctions like bat balls and fucking
think they were
and rabbit teeth and fucking
worms and
worms
fucking,
and maggots,
maggots
and fucking I don't know. It was just a whole bunch of shit, and you boil it in a concoction, and you cut hair off your head and from your nether regions, your pubes, and you throw it in there, and you start wrapping the hair around that concoction. And what happens is when you throw it at somebody, bad shit happens to them. They get a fever, they see shit, they fucking get possessed, whatever. And the only way to fucking cure yourself is to take the clothes, boil them in water, and say that witch's name that made the balls. So anyway, he got his hands on those balls. It just sounds fucking retarded.
Hellboy and the Diddy.
Hellboy and the balls.
Yeah.
Hellboy and the blue balls. That's his name. The crooked blue balls. But yeah, so it just it went off topic on the Hellboy thing. It went down this weird alley. I mean, I was kind of losing interest, but I was like, I want to see Hellboy. I want to see it going, And
It was definitely a different Hellboy. This
Yeah.
is just Hell Dude.
yeah, Hellboy.
I mean, this
So
is, yeah.
the whole time I was seeing it, we kept saying Hellboy and the Crooked Man and the Crooked Man and this and that.
And then
And I just came out with, hey, dude, And Mark was like, what? And I go, well, if Hellboy was a porno, because this Crooked Man shit, because you know how they make pornos about everything. Joker, Folly You Do is Joker, Fondle My Balls, Batman and Ribbit. I don't fucking know. It's just they,
Ribbit?
Yeah, I don't. Whatever, bro. It's just they come up with all these stupid fucking legit names,
Yeah.
but then they throw a little porn.
The last
twist to
one
it.
I've seen was some Pirates of the Caribbean type.
Oh
offbeat
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I don't know,
But
yeah.
the production quality wasn't that bad when I was
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
on the ad. I was like, what the fuck? They're really dropping more money on this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Now we're literally gonna watch it like it's Game of Thrones, where we actually sit through
Right.
90% of it, and then it's porn.
right. So
Weird.
with the way Marco just said that, he just opened the door for my next topic. But let me finish this. So I said, hey, wouldn't it be funny if they made a porno of Hellboy? Marco's like, okay. And I go, instead of Hellboy, it'd be Hell Girl and the man with the crooked dick.
Right.
So Marco was laughing, I was laughing.
I feel like they actually made that like a long
They
time
probably
ago. They probably did.
They're probably gonna make
Something
it.
along the
But
line.
now that the door opened, so I was looking at porn the other day, and
This is where you're going with it.
yeah,
Okay.
and I don't. Well, I like look when I'm in the bathroom taking, popping a squat. I'm like looking here and there, but I've noticed.
On it like it's news.
Well, I mean, if you're watching Pornhub or if you're watching X Hamster, it's kind of old porn, meaning like shit that was like 5-6 years ago. So I'm kind of used to seeing the faces. Okay, now in this new fucking shit, the girls are fucking dog shit. Like
Right.
they either look like a witch, or they're overly done with like quack lips. Like so.
Are you talking about like the plastic surgery type?
Yeah,
ones, or are you
yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah.
like-
I mean, they just
like
yeah.
Botoxed all
Yeah.
over, like
Right, and then there's the occasional South African butt lift that comes in, which looks fucking retarded. Looks like literally somebody cut their butt open, shoved 2 fucking couch pillows in there, and then zipped it up, and it's just like okay, like legs like this, and then this butt comes out like this. It's not normal. And then the boobs are kind of like there's nothing up here to hold them. It's just it's kind of like just this. It's like just a round ball. It's just I don't know, man. It's just that kind of just like irks the shit out of me because it's all the new shit that's coming out. And then you said how they're doing like dramatical releases. And that's coming out now. They're literally making like a big budget motion picture out of it with the occasional fucking rehearsed sex scene. Like I don't know. I mean, I remember back in the day when I was younger, they used to try to do that kind of like it was like an actual little movie. And there was only like 2 sex scenes in the whole thing. So they tried to make it like a real movie and then just say, well, here's what you don't see in the movies. We're going to show you full frontal ball slapping up against somebody's face, So I don't know. I mean,
I honestly never seen them, but like I keep seeing the ads for them.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. The ads. It's just to me, it's just like swipe. I don't want to see it. I don't want.
But it's like, dude, they got like a big green screen in the background.
Yep.
Like they set up a damn actual ship. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why are you dropping
I don't
like
know,
the
man.
money
Like,
on this?
Dude,
You know what I mean?
It's funny because to me, when I was growing up, we had to watch it on that 8mm film thing. So my friend would put a sheet up in his basement, and then we'd have the little thing, and it would be like. It's like
Jesus, don't tell me it's like
the
the black and whites, man. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
Oh my god, man.
And it was the porn was like from the 50s, and it was some weird ass shit. It was like all grainy with little bubbles going out and everything. That's what we grew up on. It was like And then Larry Flint came out with Hustler magazine, and it was like next level shit. It went from Playboy, and I think it was Playboy and Cherry magazine, and then it just jumped into straight hardcore pink. Like what I mean by pink is when you opened up. Like, of course, you open up fucking Playboy and the centerfold would be like tastefully, like you'd see a little cheek, one nipple, partial bush. You know what I mean? Like, but then you see Larry Flint and it's straight like spread, like like you're like hey. So yeah, so that was then. But yeah, so that's how you introduce something. Because Marco was asking me, how are you going to do that? I was like,
Because he has to drop it like a night before, and now I'm sitting there in bed thinking, like, how the fuck? What?
I didn't want to drop it. I wanted to surprise Marco because I like Marco's reactions. So, but
Split.
what do you got on? What do you got on your thing to flip the script?
What were your thoughts on the first 5 Nights at Freddy's?
I liked it.
You did? Mm-hmm. You really did? Like, no. I
really liked it.
No Diddy, like actual.
Yeah, no Diddy. I liked it for real, man.
Well, there's the second one coming out because there were a bunch of games. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Scott Cawthon wrote the books originally. I didn't read them.
Okay.
So don't ask me to quote fucking verses or anything. But
It's ain't the Bible. You don't have to quote.
I know.
verses.
I'm just saying.
Ezekiel 29:5 says, "Look up in the sky and your balls will drop."
Matthew 31:40. Anyways, no.
If thy caress my breasts. All right.
All right.
We're getting back to the porn.
Yeah. What the fuck? But no, there's a second one coming out. I forgot when. I think it's December of next year.
That would be a good fucking.
Yeah.
I like the first one.
I know you haven't seen the games, but there's more story to the story that's already there. It's like way deeper than, you know what I mean? Like the books are like fucking crazy.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I could imagine. I mean, I liked it. I mean, when Marco first started playing Five Nights at Freddy, right?
Yeah.
That was cool, and I liked really liked the characters. So whenever I used to go to the store, I would like either find little like they look like little Funko things, like the little Funko Pops, but
then
they
you
were
also-
really
Yeah, but
small.
then you also saw the plushies too. So like, you
Right.
got some.
And I got him some
And
plushies.
it's funny for somebody not to be in gaming, like to just point it out and be like, "Oh my god, Five Nights at Freddy's," you know what I mean? I'm just
Yeah.
like, it fucking threw me off because I'm just like,
And I remember
How do you know?
I told Mark, you could have any poster you want. He's like,
all right, that's when I was a kid, man.
yeah. And then I remember getting him the poster, and he was like, you know, he liked it. So
yeah.
but anyway. So yeah, I would like. I'm looking forward to that because I was watching the other day, and I saw like a bunch of new, well, not releases, but like what do you call those?
Trailers.
Trailers, right? Trailers for movies that are gonna be released, and there's a really cool one. Damn, I forgot the name of it now. I'm fucking such a dick. But
You didn't write it down?
No, I should have, man. I was like fucking last minute. I was like this morning, like reading when I get up. I got to read.
It wasn't the John Wick one that I hit you to.
No, I did see the John Wick because you hit me
ballerina?
to that,
Yeah.
and I wanted to watch it, and it was just really awesome to watch the ballerina. Like she's killing, she's this, she's that.
Definitely
and then,
has the same type choreography.
right, 100%.
I definitely don't mind like the whole
Right.
archetype that they're going for.
Yeah,
like, with
I
the
don't.
female lead,
I don't
like,
at all.
Yeah.
And the trailer looks phenomenal the way they lined it all up. And then there's a train coming, and off the train comes John Wick.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I want to do what you do. Tell me how to do it. He goes,
Seems you already done it.
seems you already done it. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I gotta learn how to do his voice, man. Since Jin Kid went to jail, Jin Kid was like, yo, bro, he just nailed it out the park, bro.
Yeah.
And then when he would like jump from John Wick to fucking Scarface, holy fuck, man. That was
Easy.
the guy was good, man. Wasted fucking talent, man.
That's okay. You know what?
Cocaine just drove him to kill his fucking
Now he's role playing women in
I
jail.
know if you're
No, he's
gonna.
not.
You think he's not?
No.
You sure?
Yeah,
down,
I mean,
then I have a
I don't think he's somebody's bitch. That's for
Listen to
damn
me.
sure. But I think he got props. Yo, when you murder like that, you get props in jail. It's just like, damn, you killed your bitch and the man.
I don't
Ah,
give a
yo,
fuck.
what's up? Like,
Every
I just
time-
sound like 6'9" there for a second.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, yo, man, this shit was dope and shit, man. But, yeah.
I don't know.
So, in other news, me and Marco Tuesday are going to get matching tattoos.
Right.
Right. So, what
Oh,
we're
wait,
going to...
so what's the deal with that? Like, is it actually we go in and get him, or is it
Yeah,
just
he's
we going for like?
I sent him.
see 'em?
I sent him the words, and he's gonna print them up, and then I guess size it up when we get in there.
Right.
So I was trying to get my leg done, and he's like, "Nah, I ain't got that kind of time." And I'm like, "All you got to do is write established 1969 down my leg." Well, how big you want? I was like, 2 inches each number. Yeah, that's gonna take all day. I'm like, no, it's not. You could, dude. I mean, Marco got the whole outline of that Oni mask, the whole outline of the Oni mask in like 40 minutes. So I was just like, yo, just tracing out like fucking 1969. You can't bang out in 45 minutes. So we shall see.
We don't know what's going on over there.
We shall see. So anyway, we're gonna get on the inside of our left bicep because Marco's got on his left.
Yeah.
The Jesus, he's got his Jesus head, and on the inside we're going to do the Jesus prayer in Cyrillic Serbian script, and then I'm going to get his date of birth, he's going to get my date of birth, we're going to do a cloud around it with some rays coming out of it, and we're going to do that Tuesday morning. So once
Probably
we're
drop
done,
it on the next.
yeah, the next show we'll definitely drop the pictures of it, of the tattoo procedure and how it came out.
Made it sound like it's a surgery procedure.
It is a procedure, bro. You go in there, you get inked, you get swollen, you come home, take a shower, you gently pat it dry, and then the itch festival begins.
Yeah.
It's good for about 2 days, and then the third day, it's like,
Honestly, I completely forget about the itching part. Like
Until
I
you
guess
go
just-
through it.
Yeah, well, no. Here's the thing. Like, I don't itch as much. I don't know
Right.
what it is. Like when I got this one,
Okay.
I didn't itch as much as this one.
Right.
Even though I got hit more on this one, which fucking sucked by the way.
I
but-
think it's the gun.
You think it's gone.
Yeah, because what's his name used the rotary gun here and there, but he stood with the coil.
Right.
And I'm a fan of the coil because that's what I grew up on, and I like the feeling of the coil. It feels like it's going in deeper. And as you can see, that tattoo that you got, the Oni mask, is so much richer. That one already faded.
Yeah.
which we got to talk to, T about that because it looked really hard, in black, and now it's like light gray, So, I think it's the rotary gun. I don't know if it goes deep enough. I don't know if he pushes because he does have a light hand. Marco was like, he was a trooper. He took so many hours, Had it been, I think, the coil gun, I think Marco would have tapped out around 6. But
honestly, I almost fucking tapped out before because
Marco,
we had to go over it again with white.
Yeah,
and,
so Marco, he got half of it done and then came back. He didn't wash the arm. Came back the next day and finished the other half up, and then of course a little bit of white.
And had to do white everywhere in there, so it just fucking. Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see when we go Tuesday, and then we'll drop.
I did get a Purple Heart for that, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, he was a fucking trooper, man. He did 7 hours the first day, almost 7, and the next day it was like 5, which was just in fucking.
And then going over the fucking same skin again. Which,
that's just. I don't know. No. I'm like old fashioned, but yeah, do the outline, and then maybe do some shading that day, and then I'll come back. 5-6 hours. That's just a lot to be every day to be getting hit, man. 2 weeks, I come back. 2 weeks, I come back. That's the way I do it, and that's the way I did my back piece. My back piece took forever. It took 3 years because the money situation, and they were trying to rip me off at fucking. What was the name of the tattoo place again?
Which one?
The one that I went to. Foolish Pride. Yeah, Foolish Pride. So I just got a little pissed the fuck off. They were using a 12 shader when they could have been using the big fucking shader like this to color the black. Dude, I'm sitting there for 7 hours, got one little fucking whirlwind. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. How come when I see on fucking Ink Master, there's 4 guys on a huge back piece and they're done in fucking 10 hours. They did the whole entire back from corner to corner, it just doesn't make sense. I just think they were milking me because it was right after COVID. Right after COVID, I got the whole outline of the Phoenix on my back in 7.5, almost 8 hours. Then I went back. I got the rest of the tail. That was another 4 hours because it's very intricate. But come on, bro. It's just let's get real. It's not like I just got tattooed for the first fucking time. I already know the shaders. I already. Whatever. So yeah, that's why I don't go to Foolish Pride anymore. They got good artists. Don't get me wrong, but it's just it is what it is. I ain't even going to give a shout out to who tattooed me either because I don't want to. They don't deserve it. Fuck you. So, since we're shitting on people, Dave Bautista.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Dave. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I said, hey, you're a fellow Floridian. I like you. I got your dolls. I'm going to be honest, you're pissing me off. I want to take your dolls and chuck them.
Right.
So he did a commercial.
A political commercial.
A political commercial.
Which has nothing to do with what he's in at all.
At all. And I don't know why he's all of a sudden so political, but he's in a ring. He's got boxing gloves on. He's all sweaty. I'm not, I'm going to get into it, but he basically said, so you think Trump is a gangster, and they didn't say gangster, he says gangsta. He ain't a gangsta, and he just started shitting on Trump, and he's so pro fucking Kamala. All right, you got a lot of money, so you don't have to worry. He doesn't know what it's like to have to really fucking struggle. We struggle. He don't. I think these movies got to his head. I think his little delve into fucking acting where he thinks he's so good, where he almost busted a tear in the last one, which I gave him credit for. I think these people should stop getting involved with the politics. George Clooney, the fucking Julia Roberts, fucking, and the biggest dick of all, Robert De Niro. It just goes on and on the list. And I'm going to mention one actor, Dennis Quaid. Love Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid came out, not because he jumped for Trump, but he came out and he goes, yo, you need to really pick a side. He said it in front of the whole audience. You need to pick a side because getting down to brass tacks, something's going to pop off. And where do you want to stand? Do you want to stand with change and with the betterment of the United States? Or do you want to continually support the whole fucking world? You're second class. Your tax dollars are just taken away from you, which I'm sorry, but I want to go with the change. I want to go. Trump was in office 4 years. He did really good. They're trying to say he didn't. I'm sorry. They came in and fucking demolished it. So getting back to tater tits. That's my new name.
That's your nickname?
That's my new name for Dave Bautista. He's going to be now known as Tater Tits. And why Tater Tits? My man, Marco saw the commercial. And what was your reaction?
Oh, I looked at him and I was like,
who's that? Is that David? Who?
Yeah, I looked and like he looked like a fucking cartoon character because his head was big and like his entire body was a toothpick.
Yeah.
So that kind of really threw me off.
He's saying
I don't know what the fuck happened.
He's saying he's 260. My man, he's not 260.
He's 130. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him 230 maximum because he's tall. He's a tall dude.
Okay.
But he shed so much weight, and and he dresses weird. Like he went from dressing normal to like he's like I can't explain it. He's got scarves, all these like necklaces. Are
you serious?
Dude, it's just. I don't know. I'm waiting for him to come out in a fucking dress next.
How do you go from WWE to turtlenecks and fucking scarves and sweaters?
I don't know. You know what? Some people are just in their head a certain way, and then when they get into money and they get to be the real them, they come out. So look, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying he's gay, but he's got like 8 dogs, and I don't see him with women ever. So look, it is what it is. Look, Tater Tits, you need to shut the fuck up. I hope I don't run into you. Not that I'm threatening you. I just hope I don't run into you because I'm going to be so disappointed. I'm going to be like, oh, man, really, man? I thought you were so cool and this and that. And it just sucks how one opinion, one outlook can just set you off about a person.
Yeah.
Like, had he not spoken political, I'd still be like, oh, he's awesome. He's this, he's that. But now he's voicing it and he's like shoving it down our throats. Like, it is what it is. I know he's jumping on the bandwagon because half of Hollywood is that woke bullshit.
I just hate that there has to be a bandwagon with like half of Hollywood and all these fucking people. Like they just paid fucking who's
this is like
John Doman. You know who John Doman?
No.
Is? No, he does some video game voice acting.
Okay.
Why the fuck do we need him to fucking say Donald Trump is not good for this country? No. We don't care, bro. You know what I mean? I only know you for like one game. I don't care.
He's doing it because he's getting paid.
Yeah, but it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, you want to get money more in the long run? Don't do this.
So, like...
You know what I mean?
I had a whole bunch of jokes here, like, about fucking Bautista, but...
Start ringing him, man. He deserves it.
I don't know, man. It's just, get back on the juice, bro. Like, dude, please get back on the juice,
Go back on the bulk, man. This is not...
Yeah, man.
It's not worth it.
Because, like, when Marco saw you, Marco was like, who is that? That's Bautista? What the fuck happened to him? Is he sick? That's the first thing Marco said. Was he sick? And I said, Marco, he stopped doing juice.
He does not have cancer. And I was like,
yeah.
Are you sure? I'm like...
It looks like he's got cancer.
He looked like a burnt McDonald's french fry because, like, the lower half of his body was just dark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, the top, his head was just light, like potato.
Yeah.
So I got thrown off. I was like, what the fuck happened?
It's... When you gradually get off juice... he's not. I don't even think he's
I think
on.
He should gradually go back on.
Yeah. Well, look, I don't. Well, he's been doing some fucking big time cycles for 20 some odd years. So I started noticing like him getting a little smaller, but then he'd bulk up for the movie, get a little smaller, and then bulk up for the movie again, just like The Rock. The Rock's on juice fucking 9-10 months out of the year. I mean, like heavy duty cycles, and then and he could say whatever the fuck he wants that he's not. It's just. Shut the fuck up, bro. Yeah. You're on juice, man. You kidding me? Half the fucking world's on juice. It's bullshit. I used to tell Marco when we used to go to the gym, point to a guy and I'll tell you what he's on. And Marco's like, no fucking way. And I'll be like, that guy's on this, that. And then...
Looks at this guy. This guy's on Tren.
Yeah, like and then what's funny
This guy's on roids. Watch this and fucking provokes him. Fucking screams at him. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Don't interrupt my set. And he'd be like, I told you.
So I did that with Marco for years, and then Marco was just like, I started to talk to these people, and of course, like once you start doing little gym talk and this and that, and the guy's just like, "Hey, what do you want?" Like it's automatic gym talk. It's like nobody's natty, bro. And he's like, "So what do you want?" And I'm just like, "I'm just maintaining on test. I just do a half a cc a week because I have low test,
Right.
And I go to the guy, so what are you on? And I told Marco 3 things that he was on. And the guy goes, trend. And it's like, Marco's just like, ding, 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 ding. And then I'm like, yeah. And he goes, NPP, which is fucking, it's Deca, but like, in its purest form. It's fast acting. Bing, 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 bing. And then like, of course.
It was like a fucking game show.
And he's like, of course, on ethanate, like a 1,200 milligrams. Because I was just like, how much you doing? They're like, I'm doing like 600 twice a week, It's like, so I go to Mark, okay, so I was off. I thought the guy was doing, 400 twice a week. He's doing fucking 600 twice a week. And then Mark was just, but how do you know? I'm like, because growing up and going to the gym, besides seeing people in the bathroom poking their ass with fucking steroids, because that's where back in the day it was all being sold in the bathrooms and whatever. Seeing people on certain shit and talking to people, and they tell you, oh, this is my fucking course that I'm doing. This is the gear I'm on.
Why do they call it gear, by the way?
I don't fucking know, because it's a little bag. It's like a little gear bag, and you keep your shit in. You got your needles in there, and you pull out your bottles, and you're like, it's like, I mean, like, it is what it is. But I mean, look, I don't lie when somebody asks me, are you on? Yeah, I'm on the maintenance fucking shit. I'm not, did I dabble in it? Yeah. I mean, like, what the fuck?
But who hasn't back then? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
there are natty people. It's just that's just their own thing.
No.
What, you're telling me everybody did?
Everybody's on.
Everybody and their mother's on shit?
Everybody's on or has tried or occasionally does hey, I'm going to do a 3-month cycle once a year. But, look, there's a guy in the gym I'm not going to mention. He wants to try it. And he asked me everything up and down, from the sun to the fucking moon. What this, what that. And I told him, you're going to get on. You're going to get depressed when you get off, because the first thing you'll be like, oh, my God, this is great. You're going to feel like vibrant, young. Your dick's going to be so fucking hard. It's like ridiculous. It's like you're young again. You're like 15, 16 all over again. And then when you get off, the weight you were doing, you're going to be like, what the you're going to see a dramatic decrease. That puts you in a funk. And of course, like, yeah, you can maintain some of that shit if, on your first cycle, no way. You're going to lose everything because you're not going to be wanting to work out, whatever. And then, of course, comes the next year and be like, I'm going to do a different cycle. And that's how they hook you.
Right.
And once you inject synthetic, you're fucked for the rest of your life. Like, I'm fucked. I had low T. Mine was like super, super low. I think it was like 190 when I started. And then they gave me the cream. So that's how I started. I started putting the cream on. But you were a little baby, so I had to make sure the shit was dry, because if I sweat, it goes through. And I started to see you like get a pimple or two. And I'm like, yo, you're way too young to be getting pimples, So I said, I can't do this anymore. So the doctor was like, well, the only thing left is injections. I'm like, no, not me, And then I would go to see the doctor like once a month and give me an injection. But then I would go up and then crash, and crash. So I started going every 2 weeks. So he goes to me, yo, you're coming to see me every 2 weeks. You're paying co-pays. You might as well just fucking learn to do it yourself. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. I can't inject. We'll never inject. No. And there I was, hovering for an hour over my deltoid. Like, and I just was like, I need to fucking man up. I was so scared, like I was going to shoot an air bubble. I was going to fucking kill myself. And I just was like, jam, pulled it out, saying there was no blood. And I did it. And that was it. And that's the end of my story. And I'm doing it for the rest of my life because I tried to get off and I went through a fucking mad depression. Your body gets used to it. You could taper down. I feel good when my blood is 1,000, 1,200. I feel phenomenal. I feel normal. But the doctor's like, you shouldn't be that high. You're gonna get prostate cancer. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get that. And then here's also the shit with HRT. HRT is hormone replacement therapy, which is what I'm on. And here's the deal with that. Once you get into it long enough, you have to continually check your blood for high hematocrit, red blood cells, because you start producing way too much, and you need to go bleed yourself, meaning you have to go to a fucking to donate blood or to whatever. So you have to go give a pint time to time every 6 months. Then you also need to be on a baby aspirin because you get clots. The shit gives you clots. And then you start losing your hair. So then you start because of DHT. The DHT levels are fucking through the roof, so you start getting male pattern baldness. So then they put you on something to, fix that. And then
then
you
that
got to
breaks
go on
something else, and
cholesterol
you gotta
medicine
go-
because
yeah.
your cholesterol goes through the fucking roof. So there you go. It's like you're fixing one thing. Yeah, I feel viral. I feel so good. And then you're taking 12 other fucking meds to combat everything else because, hence getting back to Bautista, what do I call him? Tater tits?
Yeah.
The reason I
call
call
him
him
tater
tater
dip.
tits is because he's got nipples like fucking tater tots, because it's from the fucking steroids, This dude was 365 cold at one time, 365 cold. I think his biggest weight was 385, 390 or some shit in his peak condition, but he was a fucking beast. He's like, what, 6'4", 6'6", or some shit? And to have that kind of weight, it's just crazy. Okay, I seen him when he did that movie where he was a kickboxer, where he was in fucking in Thailand somewhere, and he was like this fucking guy who was in charge of everybody and had this long ponytail, and he came out. You don't remember that movie Kickboxer that we saw with him?
No.
You probably don't remember, but you saw it with me. And I was just like, holy shit, I think he was 242.
Yeah.
But he was so thin, but he was cut, very cut. I don't know. I just don't think he looks good. Just like I don't like myself getting down to 205, and I do. Like during the winter, I get down to like 205. I lean up, and then during the summer, I just bulk the fuck up again, and I get like 230, 238.
I thought you did.
I would get on my little shit, and I start doing fucking leaning up. And by July, I'd be like fucking ripped, and I did last 2 months. Because you can't. It's just like eating fucking every 3-4 hours and, whatever. So, and then during the fall, I'd start bulking. And during the winter, I'd just go mad heavy and bulk. And I'd have a gut and I didn't care. That's New York because you could wear fucking sweaters and sweatshirts and whatnot. Here in Florida, you don't really get to wear that shit. It's like fucking 10 months out of the year, which is beautiful. I mean, almost 12 months is beautiful. You get a couple of rain days and rainy season and whatnot. So what I do is I like to bulk up, and my routine, first set we do is like fucking mad repetition. The second one is heavy, 4 to 8 around that level. And then the last one is just 15, 20 reps. Now because of my injury and my injuries, I don't do that 4 to 8 shit no more. I try to find a happy medium. So let's say we're doing dumbbells, we're benching, I'll bench. To start 40, 45, I'll do 40 solid, nice fucking concentrated fucking bench presses with the dumbbells. And then I'll jump 80, 85, and I'll bang out 15 to maybe 26 reps. Then I'll go down 10, 15 pounds, and I'll rep that out another 20, 25 reps. That works for me. Now, you all know that I have an injury to this one. I got a slight tear. I went to go see the surgeon, and the word was he doesn't want to operate yet because the operation is really it's really bad and whatnot. And he said it's not torn off the bone. It's torn up and down, like in between somewhere. So now what I'm going to do to remedy that is the doctor in the gym that he gives me all the advice, and he's been spot on about everything. I'm going to start doing peptides. I did the peptides when I first did this surgery. And to get me back in the gym quick, instead of being out for 8 months, I did the peptides, which is BPC 157 and TB 500.
How do you memorize that shit? It's just the letters. It just fucking throws
It is
me
what
off.
it
Like,
is,
what the
but-
fuck's next? The ABC 475.
You say it 10 times to yourself, it sticks in your brain.
Come on, man.
It is, man. It's just TBC 157, TBC 157, or BPC 157. There you go. See, I fucked
See
it
what I
up
mean?
now.
See what I mean? Like
Whatever. So what you do is you inject that. It regenerates cartilage, regenerates muscle, veins, healing. It does everything, but you can't be on it all the fucking time. You can only do it in little spurts. So I did that, and believe you me, it cut 5 months of rehab right out the door. Got back in the gym. I had veins I would be like, yo, Dr. Mike, what the fuck is that? And he's just like, oh, that's what happens when you're on that. You start growing little veins because it's bringing blood flow and all of that. The only downside to peptides is and growth is that I have to do growth too. So the growth hormone I have to inject, for 6 days. I can only do like one kit, and that's that. And that also regenerates. So the only fucking problem is that everybody's got cancer in their body, and that shit magnifies the cancer cells because it magnifies everything else to grow. So if you've got cancer,
It's gonna times it.
it's going to times it by 10.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is I had cancer and I get polyps nonstop in the intestinal tract. So after I do this shit, I go right away and request that I have a colonoscopy, because the last time I did do it, and I waited, like instead of waiting 18 months, I went in after 12, and the doctor found fucking like a poppy field in my ass. Like, he just was like, hey, whatever you're doing, you need to stop, because it's like fucking, I pulled out 6, you know, and they grow quick. He pulled out 1. He said it was like 4 or 5 millimeters, you know. That's big, bro. That's big, you know.
Right.
So, but it kind of like weighs itself out. I get to heal this arm. So, and we worked out last week for the first time. This is my first time back in like fucking 2 months. And let me tell you, it was a little hard, but I still got it. I still did some close grip bench press. Marco was out there doing 185. And, you know, the best of me, you know, I wrapped the elbow up and I was like, I'm going in. You know, Marco's like, I don't want to hear it pop, you know, because he knows the reaction. So if it pops, I'm going to be like fucking pissed.
He's going to be cursing all the way to the fucking hospital.
Yeah.
Like he's in the car. It's like it was kind of his fault, but it's like, bro.
Yeah, so
man.
I did it. I did the 185. Marco's, you sure you got this? And I'm like, yeah, what did I bang out? Like 16 reps?
You did.
I did like
And
16
like,
reps.
Fuck, bro.
And I just was like, okay, I'm going to call it a day because I'm pushing it. I could feel after doing it that the joint right here was like fucking hurting. So, whatever. I don't know how we got to like really off.
Moral of the story.
Yeah, moral of the
Bautista
story.
needs 10 times of what his cocktail is. Just to get back, because this shit, he looks like he's as thin as this fucking microphone cable.
My man, he looks horrid. He looks sick. And I know he's gone on the internet saying he's not sick. He's not this.
No. But
okay.
but apparently with this new physique that he's got, he's going to be doing another movie now.
He says
for Slenderman. If you've seen it.
Slenderman?
Yeah, Slenderman.
He's not going to be in Slenderman.
No, but he fucking looks like it, dude.
Yeah. He's going to
Give
be
him some still to be fine.
in the wild. Dave Bautista in Slenderman. It's like, I mean, I don't know, man. Hey, look, like I said, I loved Bautista, but him getting political, you know, tater tits, just shut your fucking mouth, bro. Walk your 18,000 dogs. Be fucking quiet. Get back on some sauce, please.
For the love of God.
Yeah, okay, take a year off, too. Clean out your liver. Do what you need to do. And then fucking do a crazy-ass cycle. Just, come on, man.
Yeah. Dude.
You know? Just
at least a little bit.
Yeah, we like you better big, man. And then when you die, like, we'll be like, but he went out big, you know? Like,
yeah.
You know, I mean, look at Stallone. The guy fucking abused fucking growth hormone that his fucking ears are bigger than his head, you know? And in other
Now he
news...
picks up fucking cable. Like, dude.
What have I been saying about fucking John Cena?
What?
That he's on the biggest fucking... That he abuses growth hormone, right?
Yeah.
So now it comes out that somebody was saying, hey, you know, you've got big hands, big head, big ears, this and that. He comes out with, oh, I have an affliction. It's, I don't know, some affliction where your body produces too much growth hormone. What a great cover-up for using growth hormone.
Right, bro.
Look.
Yeah.
Such a great... Okay, I'll give you another one. Michael Phelps. I've only done, like, growth hormone 3 times, and it was all because of fucking injuries. And let me tell you something. The after effects, my feet went a whole fucking size and a half bigger.
Right.
My ears look huge now. My schnoz is, like, not stopping to grow. It's just, like, on fucking overdrive. My God. Man, help me here. You know? So... Everybody that does the growth hormone, I could pick out of Hollywood and say, look. But I don't give a fuck, you know. If you guys don't want to admit it, you don't have to. But it will come out eventually, just like John Cena now is covering it up by saying, I was born with this affliction. I was always a big kid. Yeah, you were always juicing when you were a fucking teenager. Shut the fuck up. So, all right. Come down here on vacations. We used to stay with our former godparents. God, whatever the fuck, you know. The dickhead who cursed Marco. Schmuck.
Say former like he got fired.
He did get fired.
Yeah.
He fucking told him to fucking pack and walk.
Yeah.
Lucky he got away with that too, man. I should fucking still hand him a beating. Well, you never know. Hey, the future's open. So, when I used to come down here, I needed a gym to train.
Okay.
So, the gym that I belonged to in New York and then actually in New Jersey, had the same gym down here in St. Petersburg.
What gym was that? Was it Gold's or no?
Yeah, I think, Gold's.
Okay.
So I belonged to Gold's, and they allowed me to go wherever I wanted. So as long as it was under 2 weeks. So yeah, it was like 5 days. So you'd be home playing with your God's God brother. Playing with him. So I go to the gym, and in that gym, it's a lot of people WWE. Okay.
Right.
So, I'm not a big John Cena guy. That's just not my thing. I saw The Undertaker in there. I was like,
Yeah.
Big Show was there. So as I'm working out, I'd be like, hey, big fan. But I wouldn't be like, hey, pull out my phone. I'd just be like, hey, big fan. Nice to meet you. My name is so-and-so. Hey, all right, cool. I've seen you here. You come here like seasonal, huh? I'm like, well, I come here on vacation, 2 or 3 times a year. So, me. I know famous people. I act normal with them. So I was getting a little mad because I wanted to get my shake, and there was somebody in front of me. And he finally moved out the way because he was like, give me a scoop of glutamine. Give me a scoop of this. Give me a scoop. Scoop your ass the fuck out of here already, So I go to get my shake, and the guy goes, oh, I saw you talking to Big Show and this and that. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, hey, you want to meet John Cena? So I was like, why the fuck would I want to meet John? Who the fuck's John? What, that fucking guy with this? I go, no, what the fuck? I want to meet him. And he's looking at me like, and I go, he's behind me, isn't he? Just like that, bro. And I turn around, and there goes John Cena. Dude.
Some walk the prank type shit.
He was, dude, his arms were like this fucking big. The size of my head was his arm. And I just was like, yo, no disrespect, Mr. Cena. But like, I got all like humbled, And he goes, nah. He goes, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. He was down to earth. He goes, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. It's all good. And I was just like, I really don't watch wrestling as much, when I was, younger and whatnot. And he was just like, yeah, no worries, no worries. Then he told me to put something in the shake. He goes, tell him to put a little of this. You're going to love it. And I said, yeah, put a little, whatever he just said. It was like an extra $1 a fucking scoop. And I was just like, hey, he goes, nah, don't worry about it. I felt stupid, but it was just something that happens to me, like the way he said it. And I was like, what the fuck would I want to meet? What's this? And then he goes just like his mouth just was like, and I was just like, he's behind me, isn't he? Like, and I turned. So, needless to say, I came back the next day. He said hi to me.
Yeah.
So, I was working out and I was doing my fucking pull-ups, and he just was like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, how you? Like, it just was the most awkward hello, So, I didn't see him after that, but I did run into a lot of other wrestlers, and I'll tell the story some other time how I met, what was his name? Greg the Hammer Valentine and Bobby Hart. And it was in a titty bar, and it was just, so I have the picture. I have to pull it up one day. It's like they hold me over the bar. I was like, pretend to pick me up like you're going to slam me into the bar. And they did. Great fucking people.
Yeah.
But, so you have anything else that you want to throw in?
I will, but in a second. What you were saying reminded me of when Tyson used to do those interviews where, like, I forgot what it was, but like they were asking some questions like who would win, Tyson or whatever the hell, and like some dumbass has to say somebody else. So he would pop up like right behind him. Just
yeah.
So
what were you saying?
Yeah, who was gonna win the fight?
What were you saying?
Yeah, what were you saying?
What are you saying?
You better hide that ear.
That's not. Yeah. I'm gonna bite your ear off because you fuck. I'm Mike Tyson.
Okay. So what I got is a little snippet from China. Once again, here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Here's what's going on. Somebody, some school board decided to get meat that was frozen in 2015 and served at a school lunch. So
this in China?
In China, yes. The school name is Shangseng. Shangseng. Yeah,
sounds like a fucking Chinese prison.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to? Shangseng.
Yeah. 15 years in Shangseng.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, and they served, frozen meat that was like expired by fucking years.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like literally 10 years.
But did he die?
I'm pretty sure they got hospitalized.
Did you die?
They got hospitalized.
But did you die? I just pictured
all these
that
kids got hospitalized, I think, and then there was, you know what I mean? There was a whole thing. They had a school board meeting, like, I don't know how long after, but they completely didn't even address it.
There's a school board meeting in China?
There was a school board meeting. Yeah, they had a school board.
Communist. There's no.
Yeah, so then they cut it off like 2 seconds in. They just got there, and then they just made a stupid ass statement, and then they walked out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So really great shit going on over there.
Shangseng.
Shangseng.
What's that movie? Shawshank Redemption. It's a Chinese version of the
Dude.
Shawshank Redemption. Jesus Christ, man. So,
Fuck, man.
Cackling Kamala just did the most antichrist thing ever.
What did she do?
So she was doing some fucking, I don't know where the fuck it was. I don't know if it was Detroit or somewhere, Pennsylvania. She was doing a fucking rally. And some guy in the audience yelled out, Christ is king, Jesus is Lord. And she stops and says, oh, I think you came to the wrong rally.
Really?
Yeah. And that, I think she thought he said something Trump, but there's 5 different cell phone videos of this, and all in the background. And then there's the one, that they had on the news, and you really can't hear the guy. You could just hear Jesus is Lord. That's all you heard. So maybe she heard Trump. I don't know where you hear Trump and Christ is king, Jesus is Lord. There's no Trump there. You could do it backwards. Trump. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fucked up that she did that. And then she says, I think you want the rally that's down the block. It's a smaller rally. And I think she was, I don't know if she was, what she was trying to do with this, but it came out so demonic.
Yeah.
Because now it's basically anti-Christian, shitting on Christianity.
Right.
And taking God we trust off the dollar. Take it off the Supreme Court. Take it off everywhere. You know, it's straight up Christian hate speech.
Right.
So, I mean,
that's ridiculous.
the devil herself. Devil herself, man. And Usher, here's the fucking thing that's the kicker to me. Usher was on The View, and Usher was asked by Joy Behar or whatever, like, to push to back Kamala. You know, why aren't you backing her? Why aren't you? And he just like slyly came out and said, you know, I'm not here to talk politics and whatever, and I don't want anybody pegging me and this and that, except it was P. Diddy. So, yeah, I had to throw that in. I only want P. Diddy pegging me. No, he doesn't want to be pegged as whatever, which is the smart thing to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because then you see, I call tater tits over here. You know,
You should change it to tater dick.
no, tater tits, bro.
All right.
Tater tits, tater dick. Dude, he's probably got a wrinkly old fucking thing, bro. Looks like a fucking Shar-Pei. Whoa. So,
Anyways.
he goes on The View and doesn't say shit, but yet comes on stage with some fucking half a fur coat dancing and fucking doing his, Usher shit and endorses, cackling Kamala. Now, this all ties into what the fuck do they have on Usher that he did this? He was probably paid, but you can't pay Usher enough. Maybe somebody reached out and said, hey, some shit's going to come leak out, like the blood that came leaking out of your ass when fucking P. Diddy clapped them cheeks back when you were really little, because that's another thing that came out. And I have a recording. Shall I play the recording?
You might as well already.
Right.
Get it all out. Get it all out. Get it all out. Get it all out. Don't run.
So that's Diddy slapping cheeks on a dude, and one of many. There's so much shit coming out. It's just, I heard that and I was like, this has to go on the fucking show. I have to put this on.
Why? He's so eager to put that.
Because, dude, it's just like, the shit. I can't even believe that the shit actually existed, and now it's coming out, and there's so much more shit, like these freak off parties, and it's just tying everybody in. Kamala Harris is tied in to Diddy, and I have a picture of them together when she was mad younger, and she went to the freak offs. So I'm sure this whole little fucking web, movie actors, actresses, singers, this, that, whatever.
Politicians, too.
Politicians, they're all tied in. He's the Black Epstein. It's all connected. And I'm sure they're going to kill him because there's tons of hard drives out there, and one person was killed, and those hard drives were handed off to somebody else. And now the guys that used to work security for Diddy are coming out trying to make their money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm going to do the Kamala. I'm going to try to act like, like the people I'm focusing on, so they won't get their money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame them. But if you knew this shit was going on, man, you should have said, said
You're just
something.
as
then.
guilty.
Yeah, you're just as guilty, man. And these
Might
people,
as well as fuck them too.
and these people, and these people that came to these fucking parties that indulge and now are like, oh, I need to like Leonard DiCaprio wants to distance himself so far from Diddy. I only want this. And what's his name? Kushner. Kushner went to the parties too. Demi Moore was involved in a few of them.
Pretty much everybody.
Yeah, pretty much fucking everybody was getting their freak on.
Is somebody gonna whistleblow about the freak on and just say that they were there and they accept the charges?
Insert Missy Elliott right here. That's like fucking. I like that. I'm gonna insert that. But yeah, so yeah, that's it for Kamala. So I think everybody's definitely tied in. So I'm gonna drop all these little clips, and let me ask everybody. Do you guys enjoy me doing the little clips that I throw in when I edit? Because I'm starting to see more people are watching the show because of the clips. So
can you just do posts instead of asking to just do
Yeah,
YouTube
I'll
posts,
do
do
that.
polls? You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Ask,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
well, if they're watching, they could just drop a comment real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Isn't that killing two birds with one stone?
You're right. It's just a less thing
The
if they
boy and
see
the
it.
crooked man.
And the crooked dick.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So the only last thing I want to throw in is Rob hit me to this in the gym. I was saying it before. The odds on Trump in Vegas are fucking insane of him winning. The bets are all on him. So unless they steal this one too, which I'm already reading some fucking disgusting shit about mail-in ballots found in sewer drain, the envelopes being sealed so that if you have to rip it or cut it with a knife and then put your thing in there, and it's only to the Republicans, the ones that are like actually what do you call that?
What are you talking
What? Never mind.
about? Okay. Right.
I can't think. I'm getting brain fog, and I'm taking Focus Factor, and I'm drinking all these things, and I still, when it comes to a name or a certain thing, my mind just goes whatever. Registered. There you go. Registered Democrats and registered Republicans. The registered Republicans, they get their envelope. They know they're Republicans. They seal it on them. The Democrat one doesn't get sealed. So that's all on. It's all over Twitter. Twitter's about the only fucking free space that you can hear, read, see this shit. Because you go on Facebook, they shadow ban you, they get rid of shit. They've even tried to hit me when I say certain shit. Oh, it's misleading, it's misinformation. It's not misinformation. The shit is out there. And to the people that shit on me, I'm not shitting on your opinions. I think your opinions get a little crazy, a little off topic there, a little too much. You don't see Republicans going around beating up on fucking people, but the Democrats, they lose their motherfucking mind. So yeah, Trump's the odds are on him to win. I think he's gonna win. I don't think they're gonna let him take office though. But what do I know? I only said he was gonna be assassinated 2-3 times or tried to, and the third assassination was just thwarted again. So, and this one was a fucking psychopathic Islamist.
Was that the one with like the 6 passports?
6 passports, 4 driver's licenses. They found that shit in his car. One-way ticket to I don't fucking know where. Mad ammunition in the car. I don't know if he had some IADs or whatever, But it is what it is. They caught him. It didn't make the news too much. He was caught in Arizona. It was like one day in the news and it's gone.
Yeah.
All the shit, just like I said about Trump, the appellate court starting to rule in his favor. Everybody called me out on that and said, yes, bullshit. That shit would be mainstream news. Just like the fucking fires in Wyoming. Why isn't that mainstream news? Why isn't any of this shit? Because diversions. So let's end that. We got a little carried away with the bodybuilding shit. But hey, that was pretty good. I liked it. So I guess until the next show. So hit the like.
Comment down below.
Hit subscribe.
Hit the notification bell so you don't miss us.
And we'll see you on the next time on the Mood Lounge.
Tater
Peace.
tits.